What's up, everybody? Good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well. And I know we're all waiting for a Seahawks injury report, or maybe more accurately, we could call it a practice report because it's just telling us who practiced and how much. Seahawks haven't practiced yet, but Mike Macdonald did go out in front of the media a little bit ago, and he basically told us everything we needed to know for this week, I think. So we kind of already know what's up here. So let's go ahead and go through it here. It's not super long. The Seahawks aren't dealing with a lot of injury stuff right now, but the handful of injuries they have are pretty significant. So, first of all, Mike Macdonald made it very clear that Nwosu would be out again this week. So he's already kind of putting that to bed. Um, a contrast to what he did last week before the Denver game when he was acting like Nwosu might have a chance. Nwosu might have a chance even as late as Thursday. This week, he's not messing around. He just straight up said, no Nwosu this week. So he's out. He was also talking a little bit about Ken Walker and George Fant, where he was more vague here, for sure, which I guess is fair because they're new injuries, right? You don't want to give away more information than you need to. He said they'll take it day by day with Walker and Fant. And when he was asked if Walker or Fant will practice today, he said, we'll see. So that'll be kind of the one thing from the practice report that will be kind of interesting. So maybe I'll make a quick video on it later today. But for now, we don't know if Walker or Fant will practice. And like Macdonald has done since he got here, basically, he's keeping things pretty vague. So I think that Walker is good and Fant is probably not good. I am surprised they're being lumped in the same bucket, though. To me, it's very clear that Walker is going to be fine and Fant is going to miss some time. I would be very surprised if they were both on the same level, on the same pathway. So Walker and Fant, we don't totally know yet. I remain optimistic about one and pessimistic about the other personally. So that's Brady Henderson. We had one more update from Macdonald via Greg Bell now. Pharaoh Brown. So Pharaoh Brown really wants to play Sunday against his former team because he was a Patriot. But his foot injury from mid-August is still a factor, and Macdonald just said, we'll see. So from what I'm hearing from that is he's not going to practice today, and we'll see if he practices tomorrow or Friday, and that'll determine it. We did kind of miss him on Sunday. Let's be real here. Pharaoh Brown would have been a nice benefit to a team that really could not block well. So that's really about it for Seahawks injury stuff. Remember, the injured reserve guys like Abe Lucas, Cam Young, they're not eligible to come back until week 5, so there's nothing to say there. So if you're wondering what's going on with somebody like that, understand that we don't really have anything to discuss until week 5 at the earliest. And in some of those cases, maybe much longer. But yeah. Sounds to me like Pharaoh Brown is a little bit unlikely to play personally, but that's just me trying to speculate based on the words that Mike Macdonald is using, which may not be indicative of anything. So, not too bad. Not too bad. If we don't have Walker, that's a big blow because this team needs to run the ball right now. And I think that they're equipped to run the ball decently without him, but they're not equipped to run the ball explosively and dominantly if they don't have him. So that would be a big deal. So that's what's going on the Seahawks side of things. Jumping over to the Patriots side of things real quick. They really only have one current injury that isn't like preordained, which is Sidney Sowell, one of their starting offensive linemen. I think he's their guard. He was absent from practice today. So not looking great for him right now, but we'll see what happens tomorrow and Friday. The other players the Patriots had that are dinged up in some way, like Jabril Peppers, they were there at practice and they were practicing. So sounds to me like they're all good. It would be really weird if they didn't play. So Sidney Sowell is the one question mark, and that Patriots offensive line is so bad that something like that is very, very significant. So that's the main thing to keep in mind over there. I want to remind everybody, though, that the injuries that the Patriots have are mostly focused in on the IR. They are devastated if you look at the IR list. Like, just looking at this, Tyrone Wheatley Jr., he's not really a impactful player, although he might be on this offensive line. But you've got, like, Christian Barmore, who's out and may not play this season. That is a devastating loss. That is possibly their best player on defense. They have some good ones, but Barmore might be at least their most important player on defense. I would put it to you that way. Marty Mapu was a top 100 pick not that long ago, and he's currently on IR. He's somebody who would probably be starting for that team if he was active. Armin Watts was somebody who was playing for that team and would be playing for that team and playing a meaningful role. He's on injured reserve. Sione Takitaki wasn't a full-time linebacker, but he was somebody who played impactful and meaningful minutes for that, or snaps, excuse me. I'm using basketball terminology now. For that Patriots team, he is out. We know that for a fact. Cole Strange, look, I know he's a little bit of a draft bust, and I know people have already lowered their expectations for him, but he is out too. Maybe this was the year of Cole Strange. I don't know. Maybe this was going to be the year he broke out. I wouldn't bet on it for sure, but at the same time, he would probably be playing for that team because their offensive line is so bad. And Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne was going to be a meaningful part of that receiver core in New England, and he's out as well on the PUP list. And you can keep going down the list here. You got Jaquay Jackson. I don't think he would have been a big part of the offense, but they don't have great receivers, so you never know. Jake Andrews was, Jake Andrews has been a notable player in this league for a long time now, and his season's already over. He's already been put on the full injured reserved list. So New England is hurting in ways that are known and something that they can prepare for, granted, right? They know they're not going to have these players. They've known for a while, but this is a team that is not where they need to be right now. And I know they looked good against New England against Cincinnati on Sunday. But this is very much a New England team that is not at full strength. This is a New England team that, if they don't get these players back, probably expects to win like 3 or 4 games this year. So let's keep that in mind as we move forward through this week. Okay, so that's basically everything. Like I said, the injury reports right now are thankfully pretty short. I may make a video later today if there's something interesting from the practice report, but more than likely I'm just going to go ahead and let it fly at this point. We've been told what we need to be told. I kind of think that Walker and Fant won't practice because they can afford to not practice. It's not a big deal, right? Like, Fant is a veteran anyway. He'd probably get Wednesday off even if he was totally fine. Walker, he's not a veteran, but he's been in the league a couple years now. He's he understands what he needs to be able to do. He doesn't need to practice every day. So I kind of expect Walker and Fant to not practice today, but I fully expect Walker to be able to play on Sunday as of right now. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think is up. That is the injury report for right now. Maybe we'll get a practice report later, but Mike Macdonald has kind of indicated the way in which the wind is blowing right now. Okay, see you guys later. Go Hawks. More videos coming later today.